Namaste, welcome back to YogaCandi. I'm Candace, and today I've got a 20-minute yoga flow for the abs. This is great for anybody who's wanting to strengthen their core at the moment. If you're feeling that's not catching up with the rest of the body, it's also a great way to prepare us for inversions and for balancing poses. So this is the perfect flow for anybody who is a strong beginner or an intermediate practitioner. But of course, if you're a beginner, you can also join in. Just do the best you can. There's no need for any props today, so just wear something nice and comfortable and I'll meet you over on the mat. Welcome to the mat. Let's take a comfortable seat and become aware of our breaths. I'd like you all to close your eyes, place your hands on your knees and sit up as tall as you can. Imagine a string that's pulling you up towards the sky. To warm up the belly, let's take some deep breaths all the way into the stomach. Allow the stomach to expand like a big balloon that you're trying to burst. And as you exhale, draw it up and in, really tight. And then just keep repeating this, breathing in, expanding the belly as you breathe in. Exhale, draw the belly in and up towards the rib cage. Inhale, expanding the belly, drawing it out. Exhale, draw it in. Let's bring our hands to heart center, bow our heads, and thank yourself for showing up on the mat today. Let's begin. We're going to start off lying on our backs. Pull your knees in. And then when you're ready, we're going to stretch up and out. Give our bodies a little time to wake up, stretching through the feet, the hands, lift them up and over the head. Wiggle the hips. And then bring your hands to your belly. Let's rub our belly for a moment here. Heating it up, showing it some TLC. And then become still and just enjoy the warmth of your hands on the tummy. Breathe naturally. And for those of you that are aware of your Ujjayi breath, start to engage that and keep that going throughout the practice today. Let's bend our legs up towards our buttocks as close as you can. About hip distance apart, and let's come up into bridge. Really pushing the hips up towards the sky, engaging the glutes, engaging the thighs. Don't allow those knees to fall out to the side. Lifting the chest, opening it up. Breathe here. Close your eyes or look up towards the ceiling if you would like to. And then very slowly let's roll our spines, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way down to the mat. Taking your time. And then inhale, let's lift our legs right up to the sky once again. Back into bridge. And if you would like to, this time you can interlace your hands behind your back. Lifting your hips as high as you can. Engaging your glutes, engaging your thighs. Keeping your feet very firm on the ground here. Pushing you up. Sucking the belly in. Keep breathing and enjoying this. Wiggle your toes if you need to. Let's release our hands and roll our spines very slowly back down to the mat. Let's take a moment here. Breathe in and breathe out all the way into the belly. Make sure your feet are still hip distance apart. We're going to come back up into bridge once again. Make this very strong. Really planting those heels into the ground. Lifting the hips as high as you can. Opening up through the chest. Let's lift the right leg up if this is possible and accessible for you. See if you can straighten it up towards the sky and very, very slowly bring it down towards the mat and then bend it, placing it back down at hip distance. Keeping your hips up high. Let's do the same on the other side, lifting the left leg high up into the air, straighten it, keeping the hips lifted, And then very slowly draw that leg all the way back down and place your foot back onto the floor into bridge. See if you can squeeze your glutes even tighter, lifting the hips even higher. And let's release our palms. Come all the way back down to the mat. Take a couple of breathers here. Breathing all the way down into the belly. As you exhale, really draw it in, engaging the core. Let's do a few spinal rolls here. Grab behind the knees, rocking back and forth. And then let's come to the front of our mat, step backwards. We're going to do cat-cow here. Make sure that your knees are hip distance apart, your hands around shoulder distance apart. Starting with a neutral spine. As you inhale, drop the belly, look up towards the sky. And when you exhale, let's arch the back, pushing the shoulder blades apart, tucking in the tailbone. Let's do a few more here. Do it at your own pace, breathing in as you look up, exhale as you look down, arching the back. Now let's take a little freestyle here. You can lean backwards onto your heels, send your hips all the way up and forward. Just whatever you feel today, moving your hips round in circles, warming up through the spine and through the hips. Let's take a moment here to feel through the body. Wonderful. Let's come back to the middle of the mat. Take a seat. We're going to do a couple of spinal rolls once again. So holding onto the back of your knees, take it up and over. And come back up. See if you can, as you roll forward, don't place your feet onto the floor. Perhaps try to even take your boat pose as you come forward. Oops, my feet went on the floor. That's okay, just lift them up. Come back up over the head, roll back forward again, back into your boat pose here, keeping your spine as straight as you can. You can point or flex your feet here, whatever feels better. Slowly lean back, straighten your legs, try to keep yourself off of the floor as long as possible, and then let's come down to the back. Get yourself comfortable on the floor for now. Let's send both of our legs high up into the sky. Let's take our hands up towards our shins and do about 10 stomach pumps here, crunches. Taking your shoulders off of the floor, do this in your own time. When you've done your 10, come back down. Doing them very fast here, so breathe in and out very quickly through the nose. Let's do this again, another 10. Exhale, come back to the mat, keeping your legs engaged up towards the ceiling, engage your feet. We're going to do this again, so prepare yourself. Lifting your arms up towards your shins, and let's take another 10 pumps here. Do it in your own time, following your own breath. Exhale as you come up, inhale as you go back. And then come down and relax, keeping the legs up high, engaging them. We're going to do this again, so take a moment. Come back into the breath, let's lift up and do another 10. We can do this. Keeping everything engaged, lifting the shoulder blades off the floor. Once you've done your 10, come back down for a breather, keeping those legs engaged. Sucking the belly in. We're going to do that once again. Coming back up, hands towards the shins, look up towards the sky or towards your big toes. And let's do the 10 pumps. When you're ready, come back down. Come back up into your natural breath for a minute, keeping your legs engaged, your feet engaged, parallel towards the ceiling. Suck the belly in. Let's come back up. Do another 10. Pumping up and down, following the breath. Wonderful. That was about 60, guys, so if you managed that, then be very proud of yourself. Let's draw our knees in towards our chest and really hug them in tight towards the body. You can cross one foot over the other, swap it over. Let's take our foreheads towards our knees, in the fetal position on our backs. Keep breathing. And then lay back down. Let's raise our legs back up to the sky. We're going to do some bicycle wheels with the legs here. So if you watch me on the first one, and then you can take it in your own time with your own breath. As you exhale, take your right arm over to your left knee, drawing the left knee in, then swap sides, taking the right knee in towards the left elbow. Keep pumping like this. Pretend you're riding a bicycle. Drawing your elbow to the opposite knee, taking it over to the other side, exhaling, inhaling as you come to the center. Just keep doing this at your own pace. And when you're ready, lift your legs back up into the sky, engage your feet, and lay back down. Keep your legs very engaged here. And then bend them once again, placing your hands behind your head. We're going to take our bicycle wheels, taking our elbow to knee, opposite elbow to knee. Do this in your own time. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Remember to follow your breath, guys. Take your legs back up to the sky. Slowly draw them down towards the ground. Exhale them in towards the chest and lay back down, taking your legs up towards the sky, engaging your feet. Place your hands underneath your bum if you would like to, or you can just place them on the floor beside you. Engage your legs really, really strong here, guys, and very slowly take them back towards the floor, but hover them off of the ground. Don't allow them to touch, engaging your core. And then as you exhale, bring them towards your chest and lift them up to the sky. Exhale, taking them slowly towards the ground, hovering them once again. Inhale, guys, and exhale, draw them in towards your chest, really sucking in the belly. Inhale, draw them up to the sky, and as you exhale, let's slowly lower them back down, hovering them off the ground. Exhale, draw them in towards the belly. Inhale, straighten up towards the sky. Exhale, slowly back down, hovering them off the ground. Hold here for a minute and exhale, drawing them in towards your chest, sucking in the belly. Inhale, up towards the sky. Exhale, drawing them back towards the ground slowly, hovering them. Taking a moment here, sucking in the belly. Exhale them back in towards the chest. Inhale up to the sky. You've got this. Keep going. As you exhale, lower them towards the ground. And then bring them in towards your chest. Inhale up to the sky. Engaging your feet here, guys. Take a moment. Sucking the belly in. Now let's raise our hands up towards our knees. Up towards the shins. And let's very slowly lower the right leg down to the ground, hovering it. Taking both of our arms over to the left, on the outside of our left leg. Inhale back to the center, exhale, lowering the left leg down to the ground, hovering, taking our body and our arms over to the right side, keeping your right leg high up in the sky. Keep repeating this, following your breath. Exhale, over to the left, holding Simba over the edge, keeping that right leg hovered. Inhale back to the center, exhale, let's take it over to the right, hovering Simba over the edge. Make sure that your left leg isn't touching the ground. Come back up to the center. Exhale over to the left. Keeping your right leg engaged, your left leg engaged. Inhale to the center. Exhale over to the right. Keep both legs really, really strong and your tummy sucked in here. Inhale to center. And relax. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Come back into your natural breath. You've done really good. Let's take our nose up towards our knees. Really hugging everything in. You can rock from side to side if you want to here. Wonderful. Place your feet back onto the floor and let's do some back rolls once again. Roll back and forward, rolling out the spine. When you're ready, let's do the rolls forward into our boat pose, keeping our feet off of the ground. If you would like to take it further, straighten those legs, or you can hold behind them while they're straightened, or even if they're bent, you can hold them behind if it's too much for you. And let's take another roll back up into our boat. Either your legs can be bent, you can hold behind the knees or straighten the legs. Just make sure that your spine is very straight and tall, whichever position you choose. Let's take another roll back into boat, keeping your feet off the floor, engaging the core. Straighten your legs if you would like. Breathe, and let's take another roll back, all the way back into plow now. Taking your feet up and over your head, placing them on the mat behind you. Don't move your neck in this position. That's very sensitive, your neck. Keep it still, up towards the ceiling. If you'd like to take it even further, you can place your feet onto your palms, lifting your palms up and over your head. Reaching your tailbone up towards the sky and plow. Slightly lifting your chin off of your chest. Hold this, enjoy this hamstring stretch, back stretch. Breathe here. When you're ready, let's roll out of plow. Come forward onto your mat, step all the way back into your high lunge or runner's lunge. And then let's step back into plank, take a chaturanga all the way down to your belly. Lifting up into cobra or baby cobra, whatever feels better for you today. Look back at your feet if you would like to, a bit of free movement here. Enjoy this back bend, a nice counter pose for plow. Look up towards the sky. And then send your hips back into child's pose. You can keep your hands extended out in front of you or place them along the side of your body. Come into your natural breath here. Enjoy. Keep breathing into the lower spine and into the belly. We're going to start to cool down here. You've done a great job today. Be proud of yourself. Let's come forward, come down onto our backs. We're going to take a couple of spinal twists here. So when you're ready, get yourself comfortable. Bend your knees. Place your arms into a T shape out either side of you, about shoulder distance height. And let's roll our legs over to one side. If you would like to make this a little bit of a deeper stretch, then feel free to wrap the top leg on top of the bottom leg. Either wrap it once or wrap it twice in eagle legs. And enjoy this spinal twist here. Breathe into the belly and into the lower back. Whichever way your knees are pointing, make sure your face is pointing the opposite direction. And that you're trying to get both of your shoulder blades onto the mat. Enjoy the stretch and breathe. And as you inhale, let's lift our legs up towards the sky once again. If you want to get deeper into that stretch like on the other side, wrap the top leg on top of the bottom, sending them over to the other side. Your head should be the opposite facing in the opposite direction to your knees. And enjoy the stretch on this other side. Breathe and become present. Remember to allow any thoughts that come into your mind to pass like a cloud in the sky. Pay them no attention. Enjoy this moment. Try to send your breath directly to your lower back and to your belly. Allow everything to be relaxed here, even your core. When you're ready, inhale. Let's bring our knees up to the center once again. Hug your knees in towards your chest, bringing your face up towards your knees, sucking everything in. Before we come into our final resting pose, very slowly drop both of your legs down towards the mat. Allow your feet to be a little wider than hip distance apart. Allow them to fall from one side to the other, really relaxing the thighs, relaxing every part of the leg. Your hands should be a few inches away from the body, palms facing up towards the ceiling, your face facing up towards the ceiling, and try to relax every bit and every cell in your body here. This is just taking a moment for you. A time to not think about anything. Allow those thoughts to pass. Pay them no attention at all. If you haven't already, return to the natural breath and feel the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe in and out. You may feel a subtle warmth and energy in your tummy from all of the workout we've given it today. Be proud of yourself that you did this, that you've given your body the time to become a little stronger. Enjoy. I'm going to give you a couple of moments here to just breathe. Take your time. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you want. For those of you that are ready, start to slowly wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers, bringing life and energy back into the body. Breathe in and raise your hands up and over your head, stretching through the legs, through the upper body and through the back. Take your time. Before we finish, rub your hands together, creating a warm energy between them. Place them onto the belly, breathing in and out, feeling the rise and fall as you breathe in and out. Hands up towards your third eye. Smile and thank yourself for today. Namaste.